Hello everyone, it is Stephen and Andrea from Pin in the Atlas. And again today, we find ourselves up in the mountains. You may recognize that scenery down there. So where are we today?
Well, we're high in the funeral mountains of Death Valley and we're at a ghost town called Chloride City. Now, although silver was discovered here back in the 1870s, the town was established in 1905 but closed a year later. Let's explore.
Here lies James McKay.
Now, it's funny because absolutely nothing else is known about this gentleman. Not even in the Death Valley main website,
All right.
the National Park website. They have no knowledge of who James McKay is, but this grave has been here for donkey's years.
I wonder who he was then, or if this is a legitimate grave. Don't know.
One of the mysteries of Death Valley.
And there are many. Next little thing is this small cabin put together with some corrugated metal and things on the outside. Some rocks on the roof. Keep those from flapping around too much in the wind. This is a very well-traveled area, so I highly doubt there's anything left inside. But one never knows.
Oh wow, there's a little mine entrance at the back.
Oh, check that out. Okay, so there's like maybe a bed frame. Metal box here. Not too many bullet holes, so that's nice. Shall we venture in, see how far that goes?
Yeah, I can't imagine it going too far because the Park Service have blocked up most of the mine shafts. So,
Right.
and mine tunnels.
Oh, and they have on this one as well.
Oh, there you go.
Just a little further inside.
Here, let me just put the... don't know.
I see there's a bunch of debris.
Does it look like it's caved in?
It does. Maybe they tried to fill it in? No, that's a...
Or is that
Well, I can see daylight. Oh, that's up on the hill we saw coming in. It was all collapsed.
So as I mentioned earlier, silver was discovered here in 1873, and this was one of the earliest mines in the whole of Death Valley. And at the time, the nearest city was in San Bernadino, which was 180 miles away. And the silver was shipped by mule trains all the way to San Bernadino, and then on their return trip, they were loaded up with the supplies for the miners.
That is quite the trip for supplies.
So
180 miles one way.
Yep. So it wasn't until 1905 that the town was actually built.
Right. That is incredible.
Pretty amazing. True story.
There, now you can see that collapse and where they've graded that off. And that collapse runs all the way up. There you can see the grave. Small little workshop in front of the mine entrance. And over there, looks like that could be another shaft potentially. So we will continue making our way up this little miner's road here.
So that just dead ends to another massive mine shaft that's all collapsed, similar to the one that you've just filmed. Just like a huge crack.
Oh, okay, so...
And gaping.
Right, so we're not going that direction then.
There's another mine shaft there that's also gated over, which is a sheer drop, it looks like. Let's continue.
So I was going to go down there and see how far down that shaft goes, but I slipped a little bit on the rocks, so that was my cue to get back out of there. Found another road to climb up. Got another good view of the valley. See, there's a road down there. We're going to go back down that one. You can see they wind all the way up through the mountains. But that little cabin there, that's our next destination. This is the road we're traversing down. Stop about halfway. You can see some of the old roads crisscrossing up the mountainside there. Tailing pile right there. And then this is what remains of the old mill. One of 3 in this site. Made it down. So we'll get a closer look at this little structure here. Not very big. Up the screen window. Bunch of tin all over the outside. And a very short doorway.
What's in there?
Big old pack rat nest.
What was in there? And that was a little storage cabinet or something. Cupboard.
I'm not sure what this would have been. Got a nice sturdy rock wall on that side they built up. Good for insulation. And it's kind of built down in this little mountainside, the hillside. So kind of hard to tell. It's close to the mill. So I don't know if they would have had a cabin that close, or if it was like a little workshop or storage for tools and things. So you get the size of that doorway.
You can actually hear the rat
Moving around in there, yeah.
So this is just, what, metal cans and, well, not tin cans, but because they're all different textures.
Mm-hmm. Well, that one's corrugated metal you just touched.
This one?
No,
Or this one?
Yeah, that's normally for roofing and stuff. The smaller, don't know what that could have come from. Obviously repurposed.
And then further down here is the wash.
And the remains of something else there.
That looks like it was a little mine going in.
It's all filled in now.
Yeah, and there's another one to the right.
closer look.
No, nothing.
No.
There's tailing piles you can see at the top. There's some pretty interesting stuff in the wash.
That's where everything collects.
Oil cans and... I don't know what that is.
That's the firewall of a vehicle. And 55-gallon barrels, water barrels, oil canisters, tin cans, mattress frames. Another interesting find. What do you make of that?
I don't know. It's got shelves. It's got mesh on the side and a tin roof, so obviously some sort of storage. It's just the mesh that I find interesting or intriguing.
This looks like an entrance to maybe some storage. See how the rock wall is fighting with the lumber. At the moment it looks like it's gonna win. Let's turn the flashlight on. And okay. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. Down there, looks like it got the top to a stove. Another bit, so maybe this was the kitchen area. Oh, there's some shelving. Looks like a little spot there. Maybe we could do the dishes. What a great view. And look at the striation in the rock. A little burn barrel down there. See some charring up on the rock, which leads up to the vent pipe. So a nice little stove. It would have been nice and toasty in here. And it's very nice and cool in here right now. You see the size of the timbers. So this was built very sturdily. Now, little pack rats call it home. Alright, we'll make our way back out. What you got there?
I think I found some fool's gold.
Some pyrite?
I think so. You see it glistening?
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of it on the ground.
It does look pretty. We're at the site of the second stamp mill. You may have noticed in a few shots that water tower looming in the distance. We reached it. We've got to say, there really is not much left to this site.
The hoist looks like it's been burnt down. A lot of charring on the wood.
And some of it's almost half burned through.
But this is a little ore chute here. At least yeah, I'm sure that is a chute.
And it goes out there to that pile. So all of that waste once went through here.
I've also noticed down there's another one of those strange containers or strange shelving units, but that one's got metal both sides as well as the roof.
Shall we go get a closer look? These are pretty intriguing once you get a closer look. It's got this bolt, it's got a roller on it. And further down in there, there's a gear, a sprocket. You got some bolts right there on that mechanism. Turn it, don't know what that was hooked to. As I showed earlier, that's the other piece. Still got some brackets and things on the side. Here, this was concaved. Now it's sheared off. Possibly ore bins, type of a bin or something. Then again, more scattered remains down there. And then we'll show you where we've come from. Okay, this hill directly in front of us to the right. That's that one little cabin we explored. On the opposite side over here is where that other little entrance to the mine, it had like a workshop cabin thing in front and the grave. And then just up over there was that other little cabin carved out of the rock. So we've got to make our way back out that direction.
The one thing that we haven't come across is a tin dump, a can dump.
That we have not yet.
Now I do know there's a massive ore bin, but it's way over the other side, and to hike there would take us at least an hour, so I think we might have to give that one a miss.
Yeah, we'll get a shot of it on the way out. Alright everybody, that's the end of the video of our tour around Chloride Ghost Town. Now we would like to give you a few tips on how you can stay safe while you're out and about in the desert.
Now we all know this, but do we all do it? And that's take plenty of water with you. The amount of times we go out hiking and we see people with just a small bottle, it's really isn't enough when you're hiking out in the desert. You dehydrate so quickly. Both Stephen and I have backpacks. Mine holds 3 litres, Stephen's holds 5 litres of water, and when that's halfway gone, we know it's about time to turn around and head back to the car.
And also always let somebody know where you're going and when you are due to return. We give our GPS coordinates out to my sister and the time that we should be finished up.
And also, wherever possible, travel with somebody, just in case. You just never know. There are lots of other things that you can do, which we don't, like a GPS, what are they called?
Personal locator
Those
beacon.
personal locator beacons. We don't have one of those. However, Tonto is fitted with one, and if we get into trouble in the car, we can just press a button and it goes straight to emergency services using satellite. So we do have that. We do plan on getting the GPS personal locator beacons and also snake guards. That's something that we've looked into, and that is something that we do need to purchase at some point.
Yes. But if you would like a full list of other things that we bring on every single adventure, you can head over to our website, pinintheatlas.com, and choose that from the drop-down menu up top.
That's on the resources page, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas.
And we will see you on our next adventure.
Bye.
Bye.